Welcome to The Overlap, and here are my top 5 takeaways looking ahead to the biggest game in England's recent history. Takeaway number 1 is defending, and I have to say that England's defensive performance in this tournament has been absolutely outstanding, and it's not something that I would have predicted. I thought the defence was the weak point. I thought it cost them in the last tournament. I know people said about creativity in midfield, but I did think that those goals that were conceded against Croatia were poor goals. And if you concede poor goals in games, it undermines you. So the performance of the defence, the performance of the goalkeeper, but also those two in midfield, Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips. And it must feel about 3 years ago, it doesn't feel like it was even in this tournament, that people were calling for Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice to be out of the team after the Scotland game, when they said, we don't need holding midfield players against Scotland, against Czech Republic. Get Foden in there, get Grealish in there, maybe have one holding midfield player. But I have to say, Gareth stuck to it, the team have stuck to it, they've had a plan, and that was through clean sheets and making sure that they weren't being undermined in the defensive work. They've had some tough moments against Scotland. They could have conceded. Last night against Denmark for an hour, it was awkward. But what a defensive performance. To only concede 1 goal in 6 games going into a final, I mean, it is going to be tested on Sunday against Italy. There is no doubt about that. And a clean sheet on Sunday would be absolutely out of this world. Not sure that that'll happen. But first takeaway is that this England defence and the defensive performance of the overall team has been something to behold in this tournament. Takeaway number 2 is Raheem Sterling against Denmark. Honestly, he was just too good for him. When someone's just really good on the pitch and they just don't know how to handle them, and that was Raheem Sterling. He was absolutely breathtaking. There's been flirtation with other players in this tournament, Sancho against Ukraine and Saka against the Czech Republic and Grealish always and Foden. But Sterling's been absolutely amazing. Takeaway number 3 is those Italian centre-backs, Chiellini and Bonucci. These are absolute animals of centre-backs. Ageing now, but massively experienced. They've been absolute top-notch for years. A throwback to centre-backs going back 25, 30 years. Almost like they don't make them like they used to type centre-backs. But if you look at that goal that they conceded against Spain where Chiellini just got dragged out and then he got 1-2'd, that is the template for what England need to try and do against them. And these two are warriors. They know what's coming. But I think particularly in the way in which Harry Kane plays on Sunday, it's going to be really important. I think Harry Kane just dropping in and trying to draw one of those two centre-backs out towards him, and if he can just get hold of it, pop it off, you think of that space then that gets left behind Chiellini for Bonucci to cover. That to me is where England can cause problems. Takeaway number 4 is England's team selection. And I've been hopeless over the years at team selection and predicting results, but I've been pretty solid, I have to say, in this tournament, even if I do say so myself, around England's team and obviously England's feeling about whether they'll win or not, whether Gareth's doing the right thing. And I have to say that I think on Sunday, I think we'll see Sancho or Rashford playing in one of the wide positions instead of Saka. I think we need pace. I don't think it'll be a Foden or a Grealish. I think we really do need that pace going in behind Harry Kane. So if you think about that takeaway number 3, which was Kane dropping in and Chiellini or Bonucci coming in sort of to try and mark Kane and get drawn out of those spaces, if they don't come in, Kane turns and hopefully can shoot. Or if they do one of them come in, you've got Rashford or Sancho on Sterling from those sides making those runs. You think about Mane does it for Liverpool with Salah. They make those brilliant runs from out to in, almost wide strikers. And I've got a sneaky feeling for Rashford in this game. I'm not saying he'll play, it could be Sancho, but I think one of them two will take Saka's place. I think Saka's been brilliant, love him to bits, but I think this could just be one step too far. I think he'll have needed a rest, obviously, after the game against Germany. He didn't play against Ukraine. I think he'll need a rest after the semi-final that we had against Denmark. Takeaway number 5 is our manager, Gareth Southgate. First and foremost, he's always been a gentleman. He's always been professional. He's always been disciplined. He's always been passionate about England. He's made bold choices all the way through this tournament. If you think about subbing Grealish, you think about Trippier, you think about the system against Scotland and the criticism in the next game. I mean, the outcry before the Germany game, because everyone said it was too defensive. Why aren't we having a go at them? And he's just proven to be right, game in, game out. His game management's been outstanding. Let's sub Kane against Germany. Let's get him off the pitch was the cry during the match, but no, he's still on the pitch to score that second goal. He's been absolutely outstanding. He's everything that a leader should be, and his performances on and off the pitch just epitomise what this England team are. Really have pulled a nation together. It's been a divisive last 2 or 3 years just generally in society. It's been a difficult last 12 to 18 months with the pandemic, and I have to say that this last 3 or 4 weeks has been absolutely sensational. And on Sunday, look, it's a final. What we know is that we love this team, we love this manager, they're going to give their absolute all, and they may fall short and we'll be absolutely devastated. But we've got a team that we really can be proud of, and that's something, to be fair, that's not always been able to be said. You know, there's no cynicism, there's no cliques, there's no egos that go beyond what would be ordinary confidence in a football match. They all look like they've got a great willingness and want to be there. And I have to say, it's a great moment for the England team. Back-to-back semi-finals before the game the other night. Now getting to a final is just taking it to a different level. And well done to Gareth, and well done to his coaching staff, and for the time and the effort and the performances that you've put in. Well, we're nearly at the end of the football season, and this is my penultimate Overlap Reacts. I'll be joining you again on Monday and Tuesday. Good luck, lads, on Sunday. You've done us absolutely proud so far, and bring it home.